Record on this computer, share
So
screen.
periodic.
Yeah, that's right. And that is what you should be calling it. So this is we're going to use the periodic formula. You don't have to call them by their fancy names. Like you could call it the parenthesis formula and the PERT formula. But so again, this is assignment number 18. Here is problem number 1. So my cue, the thing that makes me go forth on this problem is when I see n equals 2. N equals 2 tells me it's periodic. That means it's compounding semi-annually or 2 times per year. There's no need to write out the cast of characters on these particular problems because I've just given you the meat and potatoes. If you guys look at pages 2 and 3, you don't have to, but you'll see we're back to the word problems at that point. So this is kind of like our warm-up page here, just practicing the mechanics. So I'm going to copy down first off the correct formula, which since n equals 2, I'm going to use the periodic. Which is this guy. And so what am I going to put in place of A for problem number 1? I'm going to put A. Very good. When you don't know what it is, just leave it as itself, the letter itself. What am I going to put in place of P?
600. Yeah, 600.
And then I'm going to put parentheses 1 plus. What am I going to put in for R? And don't say 4, remember? 0.04. Good. What am I going to put in for N? And what am I going to put for that exponent of N times T? 70. Very good. And as I said, this is not an algebra problem in the sense that we have to do stuff like roots and logs and stuff. This is just, it's type it in. Like that's all these. Anytime you solve for A, it's just type it in. So when I type this into my calculator, 600, you don't have to put times, remember, just parentheses are fine. And then 1 plus 0.04 divided by 2, close parentheses, exponent button, 70. You guys should all have gotten a final answer of $2,399.73. Any questions before we press on to problem 2? Okay, great. So let's take a look at problem 2. And in problem 2, what is my like what's the thing I see that makes me have a reaction? What's the
Continuous.
Yeah, you see that word continuous and you just perk right up and say, I'm using PERT. I'm using PERT. If it says continuous, I'm using PERT. So the first thing I'm going to do is write down the PERT formula. Jackpot. And so I want my target amount, my A amount, to be 56,125.55. You ask, sometimes you don't, but some people ask, will A always be bigger than P? And the answer is, well, yeah. I mean, if we're compounding in the right direction, A will always be bigger than P. So 56,125.55 goes in place of A. In place of P goes 13,000.5. And E is, of course, just E. And what will my exponent be? Good job, 22R. What is step 1? Divide both sides by 13,000. And I'm telling you, it's probably not even, or 13,000.5. It's probably not even worth your time in a case like this to divide it out. You're going to get some decimal. And I get to the point with this where I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to write the left-hand side as 56,125.55 over 13,000. You'll even get to a point, if you're not there already, where you'll just start writing it like how I'm writing it in white, and you might just start skipping the red step. For the record, if you're not already there, you will be. Thanks. I forgot that earlier today too. When I went over this second hour, I forgot the 0.5. So thank you. I tried to screw us up. And anytime that the variable you're looking for is hiding from you in an exponent, you think log or natural log. And in this case, we definitely want natural log. If it was just a regular, if it wasn't an E problem, then an log log would do just fine. But I love the natural log. For the record, log would work fine on this. We just wouldn't get that beautiful little disappearing log bonus at the end. So let's do this. So it's going to look like this. By the way, years and years, I like to tell you when people do a lot of the same mistakes. So here it goes. I see a lot of times people forget to actually write the natural log on the left because you do enough of these and you know how the log's going to disappear on the right. So be careful. The left side is the natural log of all that. And for the first time here, you'll notice, please, that I've taken a shortcut. I did a lazy man thing and I just drew an arrow. I was like, I don't want to write that again. It's up there. It's that stuff. Natural log of that stuff. And then we're going to go ham on the calculator, and that is that. So here we go. Natural log of that big old ugly fraction, 56125.55 divided by 13000.5, close parentheses, divided by 22. And it looks like our final answer should be 6.65%. Well done, Mr. Nielsen. Got to move that decimal 2 places. Move it, then round it. Always move it, then round it to 2 places. 6.65%. You guys have any questions? All right. Well, why don't you maybe try to knock out one more problem or so, and then we'll pack up here in a couple minutes. And tomorrow will, of course, be a work day, as will Thursday. Got lots of problems to do. This and then a couple assignments coming up after it. Oh, retakes tomorrow. I apologize. Yes. Golly, I'm a slacker. Yeah, the retakes tomorrow, and then Thursday's your work day. And then after the retake tomorrow, you can, of course, have work time too. Dang, I don't know what I was thinking. That's okay. You could still work on it when you're gone, right? Yeah, retake tomorrow. Thank you, Surreal. Teacher trying to be a forgetful moanhead.